Hello and welcome to our learning video about how to communicate better in the classroom and how to fully understand your participants. We will be looking at a simple yet highly effective personality model. This will help you to better understand yourself in your role as a trainer and therefore be a better trainer for your students. Let's have a look at the model and how it works. According to the Riemann-Thomann model, everybody's personality is made up of 4 dimensions. The model distinguishes between 4 personality dimensions which every person has to different degrees. On the horizontal axis, the model refers to the relationship we foster. The model distinguishes between the need for closeness on the left and the need for distance on the right. On the vertical axis, the model refers to how we tick, how we live and work. Here the model distinguishes between the need for continuity on the top and the need for change on the bottom. We will look at the details of each of the 4 dimensions and also the advantages and disadvantages of each dimension. Let's start with the first dimension on the vertical axis. Continuity. Someone with a high need of continuity is very reliable, very orderly and thorough. This person has a very systemized approach to life. These are the advantages of continuity. When these positive aspects are over-exaggerated, they become disadvantages. In this case, the need for continuity might lead a person to become dogmatic, controlling, inflexible, pedantic, and lost in detail. And now the second dimension on this axis, the opposite of continuity is change. People with a high need of change are creative, good at improvising, charming, and very flexible. And yet, there are also potential disadvantages, for example, being chaotic, unreliable, shallow, or even reckless. This was the explanation of the 2 personality traits, continuity and change, on the vertical axis. Now, let's look at the horizontal axis. The 2 personality dimensions on the horizontal axis are closeness and distance and describe how we foster relationships. Let's start with closeness, here on the left. A person with a high need of closeness is warm-hearted, extroverted, harmonious and has a good understanding of others. The potential downside of closeness is that such a person finds it hard to say no and set boundaries, is very dependent on others, avoids conflict, is selfless, meaning too quick to compromise. On the other end of the axis, there's the desire for distance in relationship. A distant person can easily set boundaries, is determined, likes being independent, and comes across as being intellectual. The negative aspect of someone with a high need of distance is that such a person might be perceived as shy, emotionally distanced, awkward and withdrawn. These are the 4 dimensions of our personality, and each one of us has all 4 dimensions to different degrees in our personalities. Some aspects will be very dominant, others are less obvious. So how does this translate in our teaching role? What is the ideal trainer personality according to the Riemann-Thomann model? Let's find out. Teaching with the Riemann-Thomann model. On the vertical axis, the trainer has a good portion of continuity, and this is shown in his or her teaching style by being well structured with a step-by-step didactic and being able to plan ahead. On the other side, the ideal trainer has a healthy portion of change, which enables him or her to be lively and entertaining, creative, and be able to react flexibly to unforeseen situations in the classroom. What else does the ideal trainer need? Let's look at the horizontal axis. An ideal trainer has a well-established dimension of closeness, which means they easily establish relationships with their students, are caring, show empathy, and recognize and appreciate their students. However, a good trainer also needs an appropriate level of distance. This means being able to say no, to confront students in a suitable manner, having intellectual clarity while maintaining a professional distance. All these aspects support this trainer's professional role. As you can see, the ideal trainer thrives by a well-balanced teaching personality, meaning this person possesses continuity and change, as well as closeness and distance. The balance of all four dimensions makes you the ideal trainer. Let us all aim to reach this ideal balance in our professional role for the sake of our students. Thank you for watching. Your team at Isuzu Training Center Europe.